man, guys, this is a nice looking draper. Hey guys, before we get started, be sure to hit that like button because it really helps support the channel, and comment if you have any questions. Well, change of plans happens quite often if you guys are new to the Hartung Family Farms channel. Change of plans. So I'm actually going to not go up to Bellevue right away. I might not even go up there at all, but I'm actually going to run the manure spreader for Nathan. He just got back from helping out the first custom chopping load today. So Pat's off to the next one and they don't need him there, so I'm going to hop in this thing and we're going to go haul a couple loads of manure. And yes, we're using this thing because the 8050 was on the chopper box. We're getting a nice fancy tractor all full of mud and manure. Let's get her going. Well, as you can see, we are hauling manure, or loading manure, I should say. We got SV340 into AFS 340. Haha. So basically, we're using our Case 340 skid loader into our Kuhn Knight ProSped PS160 manure spreader pulled by a 340 Magnum, older 340 Magnum with the chrome stack. It's pretty nice. So we got probably 4 loads in this side. And we'll see what we do after that. Yes. There we are. I'm full of poop. Let's get her going. Ignore. First load of poop. There's the big old conveyor. Must be all done. We're conveying rock. Oh wow, that's huge. That's a good 3 feet taller than our old one. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's cool. Let's get the drone up in the air. Let's go. Well, that was fun. Let's go back and do it again. Just made it back here. Go load it up again. Got another load on me, this time a very full one. So we'll spread this one out now. Spreading the poop. Just trying to drive in a straight hiss line. Get about 5 feet away from the big stream of manure. So I'll overlap a little bit and just cake the stinking things on. Whoops. Got something there, boys. Stuff unloads quick. It's got the bulk of it out. So now it's got basically 2 feet on the bottom, so I'm just slowing down. It's a nice, even coating. This manure spreader is much higher capacity and much more even spread than our old New Holland 195, or 190, sorry. We like it. We like it a lot. So this field right here, we've chopped silage for as many years that I can remember. The reason why we can do so much continuous corn is because we put a pile of manure on. This field gets covered in manure every single year for 2 reasons. One, it's really close to the cattle shed. And 2, it's really close to the pits. Therefore, we want to continuous corn it. And in order to continuous corn, we want to continuous corn so that we can chop silage every year with it. And we want to keep doing that. And the only way we can keep doing that is if we put a pile of manure on. And that's what we're doing. So it just makes the most sense. Win, win, win. Look at us, boys. I'm proud of us. So in the fall, our chisel is our primary tillage. So when we prepare our corn crop, especially corn on corn, basically corn crop this year, corn crop next year, we run what's called a primary secondary tillage operation. Primary is a deep tillage in the fall, working our fertilizer till 8 inches deep, really mix and stir that residue to let it break down over winter. And then we run a field cultivator or a soil finisher, which is the back 2 implements right here, to smooth things out. Usually this thing's buried behind everything, and then when I want to get it out in the fall, like in another month or so to work on it, it's buried and it takes me a half a day to get at it. But now it's even hooked up to the tractor. We're ready to roll. Last load is done. Go ahead and spread this last little bit. Now, I'm not sure, it might go Bellevue. It might go Bellevue. Sound like a little kid. Might go to Bellevue, or I might just hang out here and head home. Not sure. Go edit a video. Or 6, because my dad has a lot of footage and Nathan has a little bit. Let's go spread this. Here's all we spread. We spread probably half this field already. Like I said, this thing holds, honestly not sure how much it holds. 600 feet? 600 cubic feet? Shoot, I'm not sure. PS 160, whatever that is. Anyway, this thing holds a lot more, probably 3/4 more than our New Holland 190, and it shows. You need a bigger tractor for sure in the hills. And 190 you probably get away with it. It does get away with it in the flats, but it really covers ground, that's for sure. Look at all this nice fresh poop. I definitely layered this one on a little thick to the left, so go a little faster. Getting her done now. All done with manure for a little while. Everything's cleaned out, so scooped out that. Now Nathan's scooping out this. It's a crappy job, if you know what I mean. We just got done cleaning the manure spreader out. Now we're gonna go and hook it in the pasture. Let's go. By the way, these shirts and my belt are freaking awesome. Link in the description, 10% off at Ariat. Let's unhook this unit. Well, I'm gonna take the 4-wheeler back or walk back or whatever I have available. Go check out the pit because I haven't seen that yet. So this is pretty fancy. We widened the crap out of this out. Didn't realize we'd do that. Wow. So here is our massive construction project for the year. There we are. So what this is our, what we call our pit silo. Yes, it's not a silo that goes up, it's a pit silo. That's just what we call it. But anyway, so we cleared it right here where I haven't released this video yet, but it'll be coming out soon. That video is where this was just all forms and dirt, or not dirt, forms and rock. Now it's all concrete a month later or so. This is going to be our mixing area. I think eventually we're probably going to knock this building down, probably actually next year, re-concrete this all. So the long-term plan is this is going to be our mixing area. So So long term, this building's shot. It's going to go down in the next couple of years. We're going to concrete it all. We're going to put up a commodity shed. So that's basically just a shed that's going to house our bulk protein, our DDGs, our gluten, our ground hay, all that fun stuff that we add in, along with our two main ingredients, our silage and our earlage. So I'm not quite sure why we left this much room on the side. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to speculate on that one. There's a bee on there. But we did, for the most part, fill our pit silo of silage. There's still, we'll probably still get another 10 loads or so on here, maybe even more than that, because right now we're flush with the top. We're going to crown it pretty good. We can probably crown it another 5 feet at least, I'd say. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely taller than our old one. Our old one was probably, I don't know, 3 feet smaller than this. So we're gonna hold a lot more, but we're also a little deeper, I believe, as well. And the really good thing about this too is we have tile everywhere. So the previous one, the reason why we got rid of it, or the reason why it was shot, is because there's a natural springs everywhere coming off this hillside. What a natural spring is basically just water that flows out of there, especially when it rains. So water's gonna go somewhere, and when it freezes or gets cold, it expands. And over time, it just expanded up, ripped out the concrete. Concrete got way uneven because we didn't have enough tile in there to get the water out of there. Now we have 4-inch tile on 10 or 15 foot centers up here all across. We have tile all the way around this, like on the foundation of your house. We also have a lot of tile on the backside as well. So hopefully this will last another 60 years. That's what we're hoping, at least. But yeah, this is really cool. This is our silage pit. Silage used on the left side. And I'm sorry I was in Canada this year. I wasn't able to see it getting filled, but hopefully I can get on the action this weekend when we top it off. And then this will be our earlage. They're both the same. Actually, I think this one's 30 feet, this one's 40 feet, and they're both 80 feet long. Well, let's measure it out though. So I lied, these suckers are both 40 by 80. So we got basically 80 by 80 by a lot tall of room to hold our feed for the year. We also have the silo available to us right now, but I think the long-term goal is to get rid of that thing because it is a little bit of a pain in the butt, because to fill it up and unload it, it's slow. It's not very easy. All they got left, I believe all the concrete is poured. You can kind of see they've been laying rock down. They're going to put a pile of rock here. They already laid some tile, but they're going to put some tile and rock down here to really get this water permeated through the soil or through down to the tile and get it in the tile and out of here. So it's by no means done, but it's getting close. This is cool. Very, very cool. And that's DDGs right there. So yeah, it's definitely exciting. That is for sure. I don't know how much this cost. I don't know how much concrete that we had. I mean, you can kind of see it's basically a foot across on everything. So it was a lot of concrete. A lot. If I get more numbers, I'll let you know, but this is the main project. This is the main construction project for the year. Do we have a lot of things on our list? Yes. But do those things cost money? They sure do. This is a lot taller than it looked before. Wow. So I'm guessing these are probably 12 foot tall. Let's look. Oh, they're probably 12. No, they might be 15. They're at least 12. Not sure, but you can kind of see. Echo. Ha, cool. This is definitely a little tight to load stuff, but we'll have to make do for now. Because like I said, eventually this cattle shed is shot. It's going to get ripped down. At some point you can kind of see that door. Right, look through there. That's supposed to be a wall. Got ripped off. That's what it is. So eventually we'll get this all whipped up in the shape. I think eventually what we're going to do is we're going to rip down this, and put up a nice new cattle shed here. You can kind of see this one's almost shot too. Put a nice new cattle shed here, and then use this for our pit silo, or pit silo loading. It's exciting though. I'm pumped. Hi, Grandma.
Are you ready to go home?
Oh yeah, probably here shortly.
What?
Yeah, probably here shortly.
Shortly, huh?
Yeah.
Well then, I'll empty this and then I suppose I'll come make your hamburgers.
I'll just do one tonight.
Okay.
But I can empty that if you want. Just give it to the cows.
Yeah, in the feed bunk?
Yep, I can do that. Thanks, Grandma. I come bearing gifts. Come on. Who's gonna be the first? Everyone's all scared. Wussies. You know you want to. 17 will. Come on. And now you guys like me fine. Here you go, Grandma.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So I'm gonna head uptown real quick just to see if a couple new purchases are uptown yet. So let's head up there. But first, we'll drive through the construction area. That's gonna finally fix this crap road from here to New Preston. It's about 3 miles, which will be really nice when it's done. This field of beans is our first planted bean field, and there's still a lot of green left in here. No fungicide was put on this, but man, it's flat, it's laid over, I should say, and it's a good 2 weeks out from going, at least. I'd say probably close to 3. Cool, it's a John Deere, because John Deere owns working. Nice. They're just grinding the pavement down and putting it in trucks to haul somewhere else. Now that grain cart is a nice looking grain cart. And this MacDon FD 135 is a nice looking draper. Let's go take a look at this thing. This thing just looks nice. Man, guys, this is a nice looking draper. Whoever's gonna own this thing is in for a treat, because this thing just looks neat. Brand new FD 135 30-foot flex draper. Man, I feel lucky for these guys. Wonder who that could be. Man, that looks an awful lot like our 12 row Geringhoff cornhead. Weird. Why would that be up here? Nathan and I got our radios all switched around, so now we have all the equipment that we'll be using for fall, -1. All have the MXT 115 radios in there. Go for it. But what I was saying is we have all Midland radios on our farm. So if you guys are curious and you want to learn more about them, I actually have a discount code down below if you guys want to use that. I highly recommend it. They are great radios.
He said he didn't know.
Well, guys, I'm actually probably going to head south and do a little crop scouting on my way down and head home. It's about 5:30. They're going to still work on the combine for a little bit longer, but they don't need me. So I'm going to head out. So let's go take a look at some crops. Now let's head home. So these beans are getting close. This is our second day of planting. These beans are. The first day was all that at Nathan's. 200 acres of beans there. Not quite 200 acres. The first field will be a little bit closer, but I mean, for the most part, these are pretty representative. Are going to be what our first beans are going to look like. And here is the tail of it. See this low spot straight up ahead? See how it's pretty green? And then everything else up on the hilltop is pretty much drying down nicely. There's a reason for that, and that reason is we didn't get any rain in the month of August. August rain is key for soybeans in my area, because basically that's when they're filling their pods. The pods are growing, the number of pods per plant are growing, and the number of beans and the weight of the beans are growing in August with August rains. And we didn't get much of that, if any. So, are we expecting 80 bushel beans out of these? Heck no. Are we expecting 60 bushel beans out of this? I hope, but it's probably pretty unlikely. I think a good farm average this year for beans is going to be like a good 50. 52 would probably be a good guess on a farm average. I mean, these beans don't look bad. We got them in early. It's a good long 3-1 bean. Pod count looks pretty good on some of these. So it'll be really interesting once we get going. It's hard to speculate soybean yield. That's just, it is what it is. But I'm speculating 50 to 52. It's gonna be a good farm average just based on the lack of rain that we had. Last year, I think our farm average was closer to 60. So, alrighty guys, I'm gonna close out this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe. Follow us on our social media channels, Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. Drop a like if you guys haven't already. Hit me up on any comments, any questions that you have whatsoever, and always subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Ta-ta for now.